football stuff, I don't even know what to think.
Oh, we're actually on now.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, you don't have.
I don't have my headsets right now.
Yeah. Sports Den brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. You may want to settle in at an ABC. There's a good news and bad news scenario here.
With the ABC?
ABC is always good news, but it got me thinking this. I'm going to assume that football season is a very busy time for ABC.
Yeah. Right now, every season is.
Yeah, they certainly have not been affected by the COVID like a lot of people. There's I think a possibility you could have football for about 10 months in a row. No, more than that, because then it'll be time for the next season. You may have a year and a half of football coming up.
So, I'm not going to lie, I kind of stole this from a really, really good show that comes on after ours that you should listen to.
Chuck Oliver?
Chuck Oliver.
Or that guy for like 30 seconds?
Yeah, that one dude for 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a black guy, too. I saw what you were talking about. It kind of sucks, man. I feel bad for him. Like, but whatever.
You're like, okay, who is this? And then it's Chuck Oliver.
It's Chuck. So, we've tried the XFL.
Sorry, I want his job.
Chuck or the black
No,
guy?
the guy that gets 30 seconds.
But he has a real show. We just...
Do we know that?
He's CNN. That's not CNN. Whatever who are we affiliated with?
CBS Sports.
CBS. And he just so happens to like...
It's the Denny Thompson show airing every night from 10 to 2. And then it just goes...
Oh.
You're not in the game.
Actually, Chuck Oliver's on.
Who are you?
Sorry. What'd you steal from Chuck?
So we know about like the AAF or whatever it was. We had to try to make up teams we were affiliated with.
Mm-hmm.
XFL, I think we said the Tampa team. Is that who we were rolling with?
That was who y'all were rolling
Vipers,
with.
I believe?
Yeah, the Vipers.
Spurrier had his crew that won their national championship, right?
Different league, but
AAF,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Orlando
yeah,
team,
yeah.
But we really didn't like rock with these people like that. We
No.
don't care about them. You don't know anybody. There's nothing that really makes you affiliate or feel comfortable or all warm and fuzzy when it comes to this league.
You're not going to invest any time in it unless you happen to be
there are 8 teams that we at least have an idea of. We have an idea about Harvard. We have an idea about Princeton. We have an idea about Yale. Like, we may not know these names, but these are places that we have grown to know. So
we know the uniforms.
Yale and Princeton will probably mean way more to us than Tampa versus some San Antonio outlaw teams with guys that we know are on their last leg and they were NFL rejects.
I agree with that.
Bro, can I throw an idea out?
We know these nerds ain't going to be any good.
If James gives you the look, I want you to dump this. If James gives you the look that says...
Oh, Lord. What do you mean? It's not that bad, right?
No, my idea?
Oh.
Possibly. Can we get a Ivy League and HBCU season together?
Awesome idea.
Right? Because now everybody has a team to pull for.
You've never heard my thought process on HBCUs?
About them being their own thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, make it a 16-team. Like, we talk about the 16-team conferences.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I don't
What's the talent level?
The spring part would help them because, like, at least those guys,
I don't know.
At least the HBCU guys still believe. You go to Harvard, you're not going to Harvard to be like, if you play quarterback at Harvard, you're going to be an investment banker sometimes.
Dude,
Patrick.
Yeah, right.
We have one. Okay, that's they won. That's they won.
Well, who y'all got?
They have a running back that just came from out of North Carolina A&T. That's what Chicago.
Who y'all got.
That's why I like how you said it. Now, that's
because I represent the
That's
Ivy League.
In the NFL roster in 2019, there were 22 Ivy League players.
Really?
Whoa.
Yep. Okay, well, maybe. Jeez, yeah, okay. I stand corrected on that.
Yep. 21 and 18. So they added 1 and 19. Like, either do that or do, like, the military academies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the reason why I say those is these are
the military academies play real bigger schools, though.
But follow me here, because the military academies, HBCUs, have huge fan bases and huge support. But a lot of times in both those scenarios, they're also supporting another college, like you with FAMU and FSU.
Right.
Like, if FAMU is the only thing playing,
I'm watching.
You would be.
I'd be at every game.
All in.
Could we borrow their bands for our football season, the regular football season in the fall? Like, could Miami have FAMU's banned for the
Ooh,
season?
That's solid.
That's a lot, man. I'm telling.
That's
Dude,
a big ass.
I don't know, man. Like the way
That's
stuff
What would
has
they be
been on
doing? They
social
wouldn't be
media,
doing anything.
I
Doubles
like,
y'all's
I would
attendance.
love it. I
Me
would
too.
love it. But the way stuff has been on social, like that might be way too much seasoning for some people, man. Like they'd be like, no, way they're gyrating. I need the good old fashioned, just Flight of the Bumblebee. Don't mess up
I
my
have
stuff.
never in my life heard anybody talk bad
So
about
classic.
an HBCU band.
It's been
Never.
I would say this though.
My dad would make us sit next to the band.
What was fun? The funniest moment in my life, and I had to check one of those woke people on the Twitterverse. Florida State played Alabama State.
Okay.
HBCU.
Mhm.
I'm getting tweets because we talk about talent and things like that. That's a code word. They're like, oh my God, those girls and those men, they got some talent on that squad. They're dancing and doing this. I'm like, is it okay? I said, hey man, listen.
Is it okay?
Like, I understand. I know what's going on in your mind and know what's going on in your trousers, man. Just enjoy it.
It's natural.
Let
it
it's
happen.
natural. It happens. Our girls don't move like that. Our girls move. Our girls move. The Florida State's cheerleaders and stuff, they move.
Like the ladies,
But they don't
O's
move
or
like
whatever.
that. So like it's okay.
It's a
It
whole
is-
different
They're not
stretch routine.
supposed to.
And then guys, somebody come, they have a name. They're called. I'm like, listen, woke bro.
They're not going to see this.
Like, you're not gonna mess this up for us, man. Like, they don't need to know all of this. They just enjoy the fact that they're happy that this has happened and they're getting a little savor. They're getting a sensation of it. But so I understand what you're saying, JJ. But like, it
By the
actually
way,
would
real
be
quick
dope.
on the Ivy League, the best fullback in the NFL, Kyle Yurkovich,
I'm not.
Harvard.
Oh wow,
Didn't know
Okay.
that.
I'm with it.
Cameron Brate.
That would give a good opportunity. I think people should go to HBCU. You went to a BCU game, BCU versus Tennessee State, right?
Yep.
I think everybody should go to one.
I've
Just
been to
one.
several HBCU
Seth
games.
DeValve.
Oh yeah, Seth the Valve. Yeah, he's an Ivy League guy. No, I mean, all joking aside,
I like it, but when you have 100, was it? That's 100. Was it 180? That I read off of Matt Hayes said that their endowment is.
Yeah, 140 billion, I think.
Oh, that's something crazy. Yeah.
Like they
cares?
just don't need it. Like
But you know what?
this would
People
be
who have a lot
awesome
of money
though for
want
them.
more money.
Right. This would be. I think this would actually make them more money.
Well, here's the other thing that's happening is now you're starting to see states, New Mexico today,
What did I say?
spring football for high schools.
Oh,
Call made today.
but that's New Mexico. Nobody cares. When was the last time?
Well,
you heard of a
when you're
prospect from
looking at New Mexico now, here's the issue. Because I said the same thing.
they got some top ones.
No, it was not anything like that. Dude, it's a small state, so there's already small travel. Like, is Texas and Florida, and are they going to follow suit and play spring football? Now,
Here's-
for me, it's a worst case scenario because it's got me working all year long because there's quarterbacks that's not in season literally all year if this happens, if college plays in the fall and high school plays in the spring. But I got to admit, man, to go from no football for a long time to 18 months of it in a row.
Here is the thing about doing that, right? There is absolutely no guarantee that we're going to have this under control.
Oh, no.
The only thing that we are guaranteed, the only thing that we know about is what's happening right now. And
We don't
don't
really
even know
know
about
too
that.
much about that.
but we have a better idea of now. Like, and again, we also know, like, if you test it, it's just that there are things that frustrate. There are things that I sit back and I'm watching the Facebook and the social media experts, both sides go back and forth.
Man.
But there's
So
one
many
thing
experts.
like I just said with Rick Ballou on Crosstalk. If they're I may not believe in the COVID numbers, but you know what I believe in? I believe in American greed. American greed has founded this country.
Yeah.
American greed will forever push us forward. Some of the greediest individuals are those who run the NCAA. They don't care about kids. They pretend, but we all know they don't care. If they're having reservations, I don't need to know what you and your conspiracy theories are reading.
I
The
have
most greedy
reservations.
people in America right now are having reservations. Do you think that people whose whole career was built around exploiting young men? We joke about it with FHSA. Kids are dying in heat strokes. So what do? We'll make it safer. We'll move it to a hotter month. That's the decisions that they make.
Call it acclamation.
They have never made a decision. People are dying, passing out. They've never made a decision that was truly in the best interest of the athlete. COVID comes around and they're scared. You know what that tells me? Broke person who gets an income tax, which is nothing wrong with it, who gets an income tax return, when the people who don't get those things are really giving pause, that means there may be some more information that's out there that you don't have. I promise you, because you wouldn't go broke if you knew you couldn't. If you wouldn't just stop doing your job. You were mad. So these people have the ability to do that. Their whole department, like Florida State, just laid off 25 people in
athletics, right?
In
athletics
boosters,
alumni.
in boosters, yeah. So I mean, this affects people. Them not playing it, they want to play, but they can't give you something.
Well, I think the Big Ten, what they did today, is going to kind of
it's already affected the ACC now.
I think let's do this because I want to spend some time on this, on how this could look. And you guys may have some answers to some questions that I have as well. So let's get to what the Big Ten did and the way it could affect your favorite school around here. We'll do that coming up next.
He's the Belichick of fantasy football.
We're on to Cincinnati.
And he doesn't cheat.
No, it's a conversation for later.
Mike Dempsey, 10 to noon weekdays.
We're getting ready for Cincinnati.
On 1010 XL.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. I go there, but we're going there too much, actually. But my wife was there yesterday. In fact, at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Great service at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Do everything the way that it should be done with your health and your comfort in mind. That's the way they do business at se-ortho.com. Locations all over town. Stop limping around. If you've got an issue, if you're not feeling well, go get it treated at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. May not need surgery. They have physical therapy and all right there. Make sure you get to se-ortho.com.
At Farah and Farah, we believe clients have a right to know what's going on with their case every step of the way. Call us at 396-5555. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family. Jacksonville.
Hey, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. If you've been putting off that home improvement project, now's the time to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. They're open regular hours and have all the high-quality, energy-efficient designs that Florida homeowners need. Or, if you prefer, Pella still offers virtual online consultations that you can do at home. Talk to a design expert today by visiting PellaJacks.com or stop by the showroom on Phillips Highway right next to Tesla. That's Pella Windows and Doors.
Been feeling a little cooped up lately? Well, you should buy a boat. Want to get away from people for a while? You should buy a boat. Been dying to get back on the water? You should buy a boat. Want to finance up to 100% of a new boat and get 60 days of no payments? Then you should buy a boat. With the help of One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. For a limited time, you can also get a free entry into the Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament with your boat loan. Apply online at 121fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA. Isn't it time you bought a boat?
Odds are, when you're looking for the best plumbing service, it probably sounds something like this. Okay, Google, show me Roland Reach Plumbing. That's right. Roland Reach Plumbing is a Google guaranteed service, so you can be assured of work quality, background of employees, and the right service done on time, on budget. With satisfaction Google guaranteed. So for any plumbing issue, large or small, use the Bold City's best. Roland Reach Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
If you're a man over 45, have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, a weak flow, or waking at night to urinate, it's time to consider UroLift. This is Dr. West, urologist with McKeever Clinic. UroLift is a non-invasive outpatient procedure with minimal downtime. If you suffer from an enlarged prostate and want to avoid the sexual side effects of medication and invasive surgery, UroLift may be for you. Contact McKeever Clinic at 355-6583. That's 355-6583.
Bueller, air conditioning repairs. Seriously, guys. Hey, Hicken here. Not only are my friends at Bueller Air Conditioning the coolest guys in the business, they truly are the best at air conditioning repairs. Take it from me. I use them in my home, and from start to finish, they are absolutely terrific. So when the heat gets too much for your home, call Bueller Air and stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller. In the NFL, there's really no off-season. When the rubber hits the road, Tire Outlet and 1010XL keep you on track so you don't miss a move. The off-season rolls on with Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Superior Fence and Rail knows about first-class service. From the first phone call to the final inspection, Superior Fence and Rail's professional team delivers with great communication, friendly installers, and quality fence products. There's a reason why Superior Fence and Rail is the top-rated fence company in Jacksonville, and it all starts with their professional team. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your new fence today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
Are you in need of COVID-related supplies to keep your business operating safely? Look no further than Ritz Safety, Florida's trusted source for helping companies of all sizes get back to work. Safety supplies like hand sanitizer, digital thermometers, masks, gloves, signs, and more. In stock now and ready to ship. Visit the local store on Phillips Highway 7 to 5 weekdays or shop online anytime at ritzsafety.com. That's ritzsafety.com. Your safety is our priority.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den brought to you by thehumidor.com. Humidor.com. What's that?
If I ever become president, I'm not going to replace the national anthem. Don't worry about that. But this will be played in addition to, because this is the international.
If you become president of what?
United States. So if I remember, actually forget that. If I ever get back into coaching football and I become a head football coach, this is being played
on
before.
a loop.
The international players anthem. This is
what you're playing.
Like
if you could hear the lyrics.
If you play
I
this,
heard the lyrics.
Play this in the club. It is people. It's dudes standing at attention, crossing their heart. I typed a text to a girl I used to see. And like, they singing it from like
the bottom of their heart.
Man, it's a good song. Free Pimp C, who's
rest in peace, Pimp C.
Yeah.
Is this what when you go to thehumidor.com? Is this what should start playing?
This shit, like in my head when I go to ABC, this is the song that
So when you're scrolling around thehumidor.com, you're playing this on your phone.
This actually I need to do a video with that.
I think you should
with this song.
Thehumidor.com is where you need to go for all your cigar needs. Get a ton of them, huge selection, already low prices. Then when you check out, type in Sports Den, all lowercase, one word, and you'll get 20% off right there at checkout. We're helping you out. We're helping you save money. We're here for you. It's what we do. The Big Ten says they're going to a conference-only schedule this fall. They didn't really announce like the number of games, though, right? So I think that's still up in the air. Some of the games that we're going to miss out on by this conference-only schedule are Michigan and Washington. Ohio State and Oregon's the big one. Iowa State, Penn State, Virginia Tech. Stop me when something is intriguing. App State, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Saving Miami's butt whipping by Michigan State.
They got saved.
Yeah. Miami and Michigan State. Cincinnati, Nebraska. And Wisconsin, Notre Dame. So the two big ones, really Ohio State and Oregon and Wisconsin, Notre Dame. That Wisconsin, Notre Dame game was going to be at Lambeau.
I totally forgot that the Oregon game got ruined until you just said that. Now I'm really sad.
Yeah.
That was the
number one game I was looking forward to this whole
But
season.
that was the first game that was going to get ruined.
Just because of the schedule.
Well, Oregon, has their governor even opened it up yet?
Oh, that's right.
I don't know.
She said there wasn't going to be any live games.
That's true.
I feel like we would have heard that by now, though. I feel like
she would have reversed it?
No, I feel like it'd have been a bigger deal.
If
Like-
she did cancel it.
Well, I
Yeah.
think they were gonna probably end up because it was I think they would have just switched it,
So Ohio,
like
or
make it
neutral.
neutral site or
You know, Jerry would have been like, "Come on."
Yeah. man.
I mean, if you don't need to play 12 conference games, but if everybody's going to go to this model, by the way, never mind. I'm going to save the ACC hate.
I mean, this would be the year actually for the ACC.
If everybody's going to go to this model, then I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to try for a year. You play 10. You don't need to play 12. Get you a couple bye weeks built in for, I don't know, whatever reason. You're going to lose if you can't, but you can't say, hey, we're going to only play SEC games or ACC games and then let Florida State play. Like that, you're going to have to go all in.
Oh no, that's my fly on the wall will be. I'll have that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully
you'll
I'll have it
have-
before
I got
everybody
you.
else has it. If I don't feel like it's in jeopardy, I'm going to save it for the sports day.
Well,
But by the time we were on so late, it could be on like it could have been like you see what Brett McMurphy's doing.
No, what is he doing?
what is he?
He's breaking and them in the Athletic are just breaking all the news.
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, he's got all the COVID numbers. Like Oklahoma today had
No,
0.
well, I'm Bruce Feldman to source.
Who
ACC
broke this story?
ACC coaches have been told. The Athletic broke the story about the Big Ten.
Okay.
And then this one, source ACC coaches have been told of a conference-only games plan, as Brett McMurphy reported.
So Florida State may get rid of West Virginia, Boise State, and Florida.
Lucky bastard.
Oh
And-
my gosh!
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
There's another duck in
Notre
there
Dame?
somewhere.
Sanford.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to get the. I know it was somebody in there like they were getting rid of.
Well, I mean, Sanford took y'all to the brink 2 years ago.
Can
They also have a
someone
quarterback that's in the
explain to
NFL.
me?
That started
Well,
a few
kind
games.
of.
That started a few games last year as a rookie.
Can someone explain to me how not playing Florida would be safer than playing North Carolina?
It's not,
or
but
something?
you can't. But you can't allow.
Georgia has the same thing going on.
Yeah, with Georgia.
Georgia's not going to play Georgia Tech, which is a grand total of 70 miles away from them. But they got to play Missouri, possibly, which is 738 miles away from them.
How does that work?
None of this. The other thing, too, what the ACC is considering is trying to go to a north-south division. So Syracuse, we won't get the Syracuse
We would
and
be in the
Boston
same
College
division
game.
as y'all.
So it's like a lot of stuff. But again, that doesn't make any sense. Like they're saying, so
Because Syracuse, Boston College, what? Virginia Tech.
that's an hour. So
Virginia.
Syracuse at most is a
Virginia.
charter. Maybe a 2-hour flight. Max.
People are saying that they're
Boston
not going to
College.
fly.
I have no idea.
Whoa.
So airplane, 2 pilots, 3 three stewardesses, right? On a bus, you're gonna have to take 3 to 4 buses. That's 4 bus drivers. You're gonna have to take a whole bunch of other. Like, what is changing?
I
You
don't.
can literally drive to the tarmac like we used to do, but before people got paranoid about stuff. You know who has COVID. It's people don't. Big major programs don't fly like everybody else.
Do you even have to have stewardess?
No, you really don't.
You don't, right? Like, and
I don't know
I'm
if
talking
we
about in
use
this
that word
scenario.
anymore. By the way, flight attendant.
Flight
Okay.
attendant. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, you don't have to. All
Like,
you really
you-
need is a pilot, right?
It's really just
the pilot.
it's luxury
Yeah, I
that
want
you
to.
really don't need. You don't need to eat as much as you do when you go on the
You
road.
don't even
Or
need
you
to
could just
eat for
put it
that.
on it's a 2-hour flight.
Right.
You'll be all right. Feed before.
Right.
Treat it like you would treat the bus trip.
Mhm.
I don't understand. Like, it was one of the things that when I was getting recruited, a coach broke it down to me very simply because when they knew I wanted to go to Miami and some school up in the Northeast, the further you're away from home, the closer you are to home. And I was like, that makes no sense, sir. It's like, how far is Miami from you in Tallahassee? So that's an 8-hour drive. It's a 2-hour flight.
True that. You will never drive that.
No. At that time, I was like, we
You were
would drive to
driving.
Miami.
It's not even 2 hours.
No, but it's an hour flight. But he was
Yeah, I know. What
He
you're
was-
saying.
It's
That's-
too short to
like-
fly, too
yeah.
long to drive.
like me going back to New Jersey to visit my family. There's no way in hell we're going to load up in a car and drive there.
Oh,
But if
I
you
do
live
it
5
every year.
hours
But I live
away.
5 hours away. I'll take that chance.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the cost, like to drive to Miami, is still cheaper than it
It's
would
like
be
the
to
same
fly.
conversation everybody always has when going to Atlanta.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
perfect way to put it.
My Atlanta sucks because it's too close but not far.
Yep.
It's too far away and too
And the
close at the same
airport's in
time.
the worst place. You got to end up renting a car and
Yeah.
driving for an hour and a half anyway to get anywhere. But I mean, listen,
They're
we're not
overthinking-
breaking news.
They're overthinking it, man.
But we're not breaking news on this whole ACC thing. Like all of a sudden,
The Big 12 has said they haven't made up. Their commissioner came out and said, like, we ain't said nothing.
I mean, on the strength of schedules, like all of a sudden now you take Clemson's schedule and you make it all ACC. You take Florida State's schedule, you make it all ACC. Like,
Well, I mean, so if Clemson put Miami instead of South Carolina on their schedule, that makes their schedule.
Clemson don't have a big game early like they normally do.
The Clemson and Notre Dame doesn't go anywhere. Clemson's schedule remains the same.
But Clemson's been playing like Texas A&M.
Yeah,
They didn't have that this year.
They didn't have that
Their
this year?
schedule was pie anyway.
Oh, okay.
So, but Notre Dame, I think they played the first actual real test they have is Notre Dame, and Notre Dame won't be taken off the
Oh
schedule.
yeah, you're right. Their schedule is.
So what ends up happening is
God, they won't play a game that'll be under 4 scores until the 7th of November.
that's Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What if
Nah,
Notre
when do they
Dame's
play
like, we're only
Syracuse?
playing Independence this year?
When they play Syracuse.
The week before.
Oh yeah, so don't get it twisted. Syracuse fights them hard, except for last year. Syracuse is the only team in the ACC who's pinched them.
Yeah.
This might be the year that like Notre Dame has to join the ACC.
Well, no, they were saying, wasn't
Because
the ACC saying
They're gonna
They're-
Notre Dame is going to be
in the ACC?
in the ACC this year.
Oh, they did say that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that right there makes a lot of the schedules more interesting. You've got
But you know what it also does?
I would love to play them this year.
And I'm bringing them up again, but it kills the service academies.
Yeah. Because they're independent, right?
only
Not
one.
independent, but they're big money games. Like Navy plays Notre Dame.
And against each other.
Army Oklahoma would have been that was their first game. That would have been or second game. That would have been
Yeah.
a big money game.
Notre Dame Army is the first game.
They're probably gonna 45 got to step in.
They won't get rid of
45
Army
gotta
Navy.
be- no, not at all.
So many questions with this. I mean, if you're looking at it from like a Florida standpoint, I mean, who do you pick up? Like, I need to see who we're picking up before we get into this. In fact, that's kind of lead me into a conversation that Hacker was having with Matt and Leon today. That I want to get to about Florida's schedule. Before I do that, let me grab phone line real quick. Marcus has something for you, James. Marcus, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Not much. What you up to?
Chilling. I was just calling to chime in. I bet y'all don't know what that first international player anthem who had that beat first, and then they stole it to Outkast from UGK.
That's the Mac. That's the song that where it came first. The beat.
No. I know it came from the Mac, but what rock artist used it first before it was sold to UGK and Outkast?
Oh, I have no idea.
Project Pat album called Land of Smackdown, song called I Choose You.
Oh wow!
Look it up.
What
Look
year
it
was
up,
that?
James. That was, I'm on it right now. That was back in 2002 when that CD came out, Land of Smackdown, right before Project Pat went to jail for 10 years.
That's what Project Pat. That's what happened to him.
That's where he
went. Project Pat went to jail.
No, I'm
for
serious.
10
Like,
I know
years.
the way you said that.
No, I was saying that's all right. So if somebody was playing Chicken Head and they were playing some other stuff like on one of these things. I'm like, damn, I forgot all about Project Pat. Where he at? I wonder what he's doing with his life. I see.
He went to jail for 10 years. It was a drug and gun charge. And he was already a convicted felon.
So he got caught up with that dude from Memphis, Tennessee, when he got caught up there. Because DJ Paul was his brother, the Kingpin of
No,
South
Juicy
Memphis.
J is his brother.
Juicy J is his brother? What are we
doing?
I'm sorry, man.
What are we doing?
I'm a history guy. I like organized crime. Like when we start talking about,
Marcus,
my
thanks
bad.
for the trivia, man. Appreciate it. Jeez.
We're talking about music. We were talking about Project Pat and Project
Hip hop
Pat did it
history.
big. And then around that same time, Craig Pettis went to jail. He was the biggest drug kingpin in Memphis. Whatever. Anyways.
Well, here's what I
Great
want to do: is I want to take, I
Heroes.
want to go ahead and take a break, and I want to take a long segment coming up, and let's all three weigh in. So, JJ, you take Miami, James, you take
Do I
Florida
have
State,
to?
and I'll take Florida, and give me the conference only schedule that you want.
So we'll call this the Big Fruit Roll Up.
Sure.
All right.
We'll do that coming up next.
Summer on the First Coast. The heat, the beach. 1010XL. Now that's hot.
Hi, I'm professional golfer Russell Knox, and when it came time for me to purchase my home, I was looking for professionals to guide me through the buying process, and I chose Exit Real Estate Gallery. The professionals were enjoyable to work with and made all the transactions very easy, and I would definitely recommend using Exit Real Estate Gallery to purchase your home.
Thanks, Russell. If you're looking to buy or sell your one stop in Jacksonville, Exit Real Estate Gallery. Go online right now at propertyinjax.com.
You know why women love Diamonds Direct? Because they can always get a ring they're proud to wear.
I was able to get everything, the most perfect diamond I could ever want. It's just my dream ring that I thought I would never be able to afford.
You cannot beat the value that Diamonds Direct gives you. It kind of took my breath away when I did see how big that diamond was.
You have to put your sunglasses on to look at this. It's just gorgeous. We're amazed at the quality we got for the price.
But way beyond the ring, women love the Diamonds Direct experience. It's personal, it's caring, it's authentic, and it's fun.
It's people that are pretty much family, honestly, at this point. I'm not even joking. It sounds like an exaggeration, but they're so warm and welcoming.
They were so nice and so down to earth, and we just felt like family.
Very laid back. Not one time did we feel like we were being pressured. Not one time did we feel like we were being asked to extend a budget we did not have.
Just make you feel so at home, and you just feel comfortable shopping. It's just a great place to shop. I mean, I love it.
Discover the difference for yourself. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
Hey, who'd have guessed it? July is National Carpet Cleaning Month, and you can get 25% off all carpet cleaning. Call Zero Res today at 287-5727. That's 287-5727. Zero Res, man. Spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Get inside the Gators with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go, Gator!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
Hey, big win for the Florida Gators.
Get your Gators on 1010XL.
What's Jim doing this afternoon?
Playing golf at World Golf Village.
Wow. The Slammer and Squire, King and Bear, those are great courses. Always in top condition. Two of the best in town. How'd he swing that?
Booking his tee time online at playwgv.com. He checks the website daily and gets the best available rates, even as low as $55.
Wow. So playing at World Golf Village isn't out of reach.
Start saving today. Visit playwgv.com to get the best rates at World Golf Village.
Tire Outlet is bringing the tires to you. Mike Dempsey here to tell you that Tire Outlet is now offering mobile service. No hassle, I mean quick same-day installation. They're the largest locally owned tire shop in town, so wherever you are, choose a time and location that's convenient for you. A Tire Outlet professional will bring the new tires out and install them. Call this number to make an appointment, 600-0089. For mobile tire installation, that's 600-0089. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
I mean, we're not going to talk about this, but just to wrap up the off-air conversation, let's just pull our money together.
I'm so down with that.
The one thing I know is when you tell people they can't buy something or they can't find it, you know what they always do?
They pay extra.
They buy it.
Especially if they're not selling it on like Amazon and Nike pulled it and like everybody pulled that stuff. So
that part.
We could be the new Nike. Start from here.
Text line. Go by lifetime enclosures. 536. What about Clemson, South Carolina? They won't be playing if this happens. Somebody asked, what about Notre Dame? Yeah, I think they must have asked that before we got to it. They're going to be playing an ACC schedule, essentially.
Which they already half were anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. We looked at, other than, there was somebody else on Notre Dame's schedule. I remember looking at it the other day. So they would lose possibly Navy. Well, they're going to make their own independent decision, or is the ACC going to make them play an ACC only schedule?
ACC is going to basically say.
So they'd lose Navy, Arkansas, Western Michigan, Stanford, Wisconsin, USC. Wow.
I guess it really just depends on what the Big 12 does. I mean, the other conferences do. Like if they said they're not going to, like, to be honest with you, the legality part, like if the Big 12 says they can still play out of conference games, Florida State's going to be in a lawsuit.
What do you mean?
West Virginia is in the Big 12.
Oh.
You got to, they're like, yeah, you made this decision, and this should have been already
Yeah,
planned.
well, that's all their problems. That's not ours.
Oh, well, yeah, without doubt. But I'm just saying that because Notre Dame is one of those same schools. Like, so Navy's in the Big 12, right?
Navy?
Or I thought isn't one of them in the actual conference?
Yeah.
Conference?
Like not a Big 5 conference.
Oh, okay.
Power 5.
Yeah, I'm
Navy is in with USF and
okay, nobody.
So
Conference
AAC
USA.
or-
Yeah.
So Notre Dame, they only play Pac-12 and Big 10 teams outside of the ACC, right? In Navy.
yeah.
So like
in Western Michigan.
Yeah, nobody cares about them. If the Pac-12 says
Is that row the boat?
no,
No,
that's
Minnesota.
If the
No, but where
Pac-12
was
says
he
that we're
before
going to
that?
play, then they got to play their USC games. I think everybody's going to shift it. Most teams are going to play 10 games this year.
Yeah.
So really,
Start it later. Start the season later.
right.
Maybe take 12 weeks to play 10 games. Because last year everybody had 2 bye weeks. Florida had 3. And
Yeah.
Miami had 3.
Because you play week 0.
Week 0. Yeah. So take 12 weeks to play 10.
Will you still have
Get
like
your
a
conference
conference
championship.
title game?
Yeah, those make
Yeah. You just push them back.
The TV contracts for those, they're going to play those. But like Florida, I'll start with Florida. Let me pull up their schedule real quick. Because I heard on the Lunch Bunch today, I heard Matt Hayes and Hacker and Leon occasionally weighing in about Florida schedule. And Hacker's point was, look, you go play Cal and Texas and Utah and all them, and that's an upgrade. And Matt was going in on, yeah, but you should want to play Ohio State. You should be playing Oklahoma, and you should. And Hacker's like, no, I don't. And I agree with Hacker. I agree with Hacker. And Hacker made a point that they kept beating around, but he's 100% correct. You don't have to play those teams to go to the Final Four. You just win your conference. And Matt's thing was, so you're scared.
Yeah.
You should want to play this. No, it's not.
Well, what is it?
You're not competitive.
What are you talking about?
Georgia does it.
Okay, tell me the last national champion.
Mhm.
Right? That like the
played
last
somebody?
SEC national champion that did that.
Alabama,
Alabama?
schedules people like that
Who?
every year.
Alabama.
USC.
Didn't Alabama win in 16?
USC?
Dude,
You're gonna say USC is
That-
better
okay.
than Utah right now?
Okay.
you're saying right now, but they schedule these games
What I'm
like years in
suggesting
advance.
is who did Alabama win in 16? I forgot. What was it? They went. What was it?
They
Is
were
that-
there.
That's the year they beat Georgia, right? Or did Clemson
Yeah,
win?
are you gonna go Florida State here?
Florida State was ranked top
Agreed.
5. That's what I'm saying.
Florida
so, yeah.
State, but Florida State's not what Alabama or Ohio State or Oklahoma is right now. They weren't then.
But
Oh, yeah? What about
but
Duke?
to their defense, like they did not know that Florida State was 3 years
saying
removed from
this-
winning national
We're
championship.
saying the same thing.
But
Like that's my point. You can't like
but
when
no,
we're talking about
Florida
schedules.
doesn't do it at all.
They are now.
Who?
Texas.
When is that's dude? Our kids will be going to school then.
I'm talking about what they have, the changes they've made.
I got you. But
They
what-
played
what-
Miami
but
last year.
again,
They didn't know
now,
Miami
that's fair.
sucked.
That's fair with the Miami thing. But Matt's point
Whoa.
is, and what he was arguing with Hacker is right now.
Dude, but-
before they did that, you had a chance. He's like, no, we won't do it. No, that's because you're scared. Just say it. Just say it.
What are
Like,
we scared about? We're not playing in a game.
Scared of losing.
You're not. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Well, you're not playing in the game when you win the national championship. You know that's not the case.
Oh,
of it.
Alabama started off against Wisconsin when they won a
The
national
thing
championship.
is
That's
that
not-
what the point is, I think what I hear what you guys, you're 100% right. You're not wrong. You
But so
don't
is
have
Matt.
to play, but so is Matt. You're both right.
I
It's
agree
a
more with
good
Hacker
thing.
is what I'm saying on this.
You
than I
don't
do.
have to do it, but the thing is that the good teams,
If I
Ohio
was an
State,
AD, I would say, okay, I wouldn't play the whoever we're playing, Eastern Washingtons of the world. But Cal, Colorado,
I
sure.
wouldn't mind. Those,
Yeah,
to
I
be
like
honest
that.
with you, I give you more props for that. But I think it was more of before we found out that the Big Ten was saying no out of conference, and we knew that Eastern Washington or whatever was going to be taken off the schedule. Who would you play? And that's where Matt kind of came into the thing.
But people
with that.
keep bringing up Georgia.
Well,
And
they're
they play
the one
Notre
who
Dame.
does it.
They haven't won.
I got it. They've also beaten they haven't won. They haven't lost that game. They've been to the playoff. Florida, to that defense, Florida hasn't sniffed the playoff. Georgia has. Georgia's loss came from losing to a team that they shouldn't have had to play.
Georgia went to the
shouldn't have had
national
play
championship
twice.
game.
Yeah, so my thing is like, again, they haven't won, but let's not act like Georgia is doing this and it's actually adversely affecting.
They were very close to it.
They should have.
Okay, let me ask y'all
They
this.
shouldn't have had to play them twice.
So
They shouldn't have to play that team. That team should not have. If you didn't even play in your conference championship, even though they were the better team, you shouldn't have had to. Like Georgia did enough to be able to play somebody else. But that's another argument. The point is that.
But you just made the argument. That's exactly right, because now all of a sudden you lose one conference game and you lose one of those games, and you could be one of the top 4
You
in
shouldn't
the
get a
country.
bye. You shouldn't get a bye for like that. To be honest with you, Alabama every year has no business. Like, I would purposely lose.
But the way
because they
it's
know they're
set
gonna
up
get
right
in.
now, that's what would happen.
Right. Again, me and JJ just said it. Y'all are both like, you're 100% right. You don't have to do it. Matt's 100% right to say you're soft for not doing it. Because both sides, you're like, I'm not soft. Well, I might be soft, but I don't have to do it. He's just saying, he's just calling it what it looks like.
And you guys are like, you can
It's
call
smart.
us soft,
Fine.
but
You
we'll
can
be
call
in
us
the
soft,
playoffs.
but we're smart.
Yeah.
And if we do what we need to do, we'll be in the playoffs.
Right. That's fair. If you want, if you want to tell
true.
yourself that it's soft, that's fine. I'm going to call it smart. I'm going to call it, as everybody likes to use the term, and I hate it, playing chestnut checkers.
I get it. It's not again. If that's the case, you just don't care. We understand that, but they are trying to make exceptions. I mean, they are trying to change that. Sometime in the next 6 years,
I think
we'll see
that
it.
the way that this is going to play out is going to change it naturally. Like if it goes to a conference only model, man, there's a lot of things going on right now. It's gonna be hard to pull back from. It's gonna be hard to pull back from 10 conference games. Like people are gonna want that. You play 10 conference games and you play your like if you're Florida, you play 10 conference games and then you play Florida State. Why in the hell would you add on an Ohio State or a Clemson?
That's what I want people to ask, because I've been getting mixed reviews on it. I've seen a lot of people say, like, the last thing I want to do is play another team in the conference. I want to play that out of conference game, because that does give you the rationale is that it gives you more. If you play the good teams, if you don't play the guys who are any good, it doesn't help. But it gives you
Like later on in the season, you'll be more prepared for a big game.
or better than that, it just gives you a better like you're in the Midwest, like you're playing a big game, which is like a bowl game.
Everybody's
That is a selling point. We play in Dallas every year for the kickoff classic, and we're going to play against one of the better teams, and that's what's going to get you on the
Hack's
scene.
argument was basically saying, like, hey, we don't need to play Ohio State to make our brand bigger. People already know who Florida is. It's like, I
actually,
see that, but I sort of disagree.
That's a very
with
arrogant thing, and I get it. You feel like in Jacksonville, Florida,
course.
you feel like Florida's brand is that big.
'Cause it
But
is here.
you want to know who has the biggest alumni base in Jacksonville, Florida? Compare Ohio State.
Really?
Ohio State had actually Notre Dame does.
Wasn't
Notre
it
Dame
just
and Ohio
3 years ago Florida opened up with Michigan?
Which was that was
in Texas Stadium?
Yeah. Was that with Champ or was that with
It was Champs last year, right?
Yeah.
No,
When they got
McElwain's last year.
Was that the one when they got smashed, or was that
Yeah,
the year
it was-
before
they
the
didn't
bowl
get-
game? They played the bowl game,
got
and then you
smashed
played
in the
right
bowl
back.
game.
Y'all
Yeah.
played each other right again, right?
I thought they played like Iowa or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was a
No, I
boring
know
and
that
idiot.
But
they
game.
again, so when you
'Cause
bring
that was Taven Bryant's
so now
carry
that you
game.
bring that up, and then it goes back to what JJ says, you're like, no, we're not scared. We're just smart. Well, you did in 2016, and you lost. And then so you can't say so. Right, you're being smart because you know. Is it smart because you know you can get to it, or is it smart
Come
because you don't want
on.
to see it? You don't want those problems.
Florida's a top 10 program right now.
No
They're not.
doubt.
I mean, I'm not scared of
wouldn't argue
Michigan.
that.
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
argue
scared
that.
of
No,
I mean,
you
it's
shouldn't be
not
scared
a
of Michigan.
And
I'd
I
be
think
scared.
if they
I'd be
lined
scared
up
of Ohio
this year,
State.
if they lined up this year, there's
You're beating
4
Ohio State.
teams. No, I'm not even saying
Oh.
that. Calm down, big dog. There's 4 teams that I wouldn't want to play early. Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State.
Trey Lance.
No.
You know who I wouldn't want to play
Trey Lance
early?
may not even.
You
never
know who I
mind.
wouldn't want to play early if I were y'all?
Whoa.
Because of the way you lose to Georgia. And people can say whatever they want to say, but Wisconsin is one of the most consistent teams.
I'm not worried about Wisconsin. Like, I'd be more worried about Oklahoma.
The way they run the ball, that Georgia didn't beat you with their arm.
Man,
Georgia ran the ball on y'all unmercifully, and that's what Wisconsin
you
does.
gonna bring up one game?
No, I was just bringing up one
I ain't
team.
scared of Wisconsin.
I was just bringing up one team.
Bring
and, like,
on
how they do.
Wisconsin. Come on. Let's go, Wisconsin. Line that crap up in the parking lot tomorrow.
I'd rather play Texas if I were.
Well, I mean,
you're
obviously,
beating Texas.
Obviously, but you didn't bring that up first.
But they have a brand recognition that I think would
Really?
help.
Wisconsin, really?
Texas.
Oh, yeah,
Not Wisconsin.
yeah.
Wisconsin
Well, they're playing Texas.
beats you. Texas has the recognition on the top 10 status as a
Agreed.
job
You get
that
nothing
makes
for-
more sense. And if you beat them, no matter what happens, people are gonna be like, "Oh, y'all beat Texas."
Yeah, you're
And
right.
Texas can go.
Like
Texas
LSU
went
last
7-6.
Like LSU last year. LSU beat Texas.
Yeah.
Remember early
and
in
it
the
made
year.
and it still made you feel like, "Oh, that's a good."
But you know what? That's a good point because Wisconsin. What do you get out of playing Wisconsin, really?
Yeah, because you could lose, and
And
there's
it's
really
not that
no,
brand. It's not that.
Yeah,
Just people have
It's
to
not
go.
sexy.
People have to go back and look.
You'd be better to play
Wisconsin
USC,
wins
right?
9 wins every year,
At
and they
least.
just nobody ever like puts them like, oh damn, they're consistent.
Because it's like
nobody
Utah.
even
You talk
talks
about
about
Utah
getting
all
them
the
in
time.
the
Utah is consistently like
Top
when you
10,
said
like top
Utah,
12.
like, they're good. They've been since. I think they might have had a year or two of drop, but really since Herbs was there, they've been pretty damn good.
You're better off to play USC.
Because USC, even though
Brand
they
name.
suck, they have a brand name, and there's a consistent, and there's a good feeling. Because if you go, especially when, like, even when Florida State beat USC, when they went into the Coliseum and they beat them there, West Coast now knows who FSU is. Florida, now this was years ago, like when, but TV's a lot more prevalent. But as much as they like to recruit on the West Coast with Florida, but Cal can give you something similar. That's a good. It's not great value, but it's like, what's a good, like, it's not.
It's not Eastern Washington, but
Let me say, okay, so it's not Nike.
certainly not.
Hold on.
It's not Converse. It's Converse. It ain't Russell Athletic. You can still
Champion,
get something
champion.
with it.
Hey,
Champion. Because Champions is actually
Champion made a
selling now.
comeback.
We won the Russell Athletic.
Hold on.
Bowl.
716 says Florida is a top 10 team. Give me a break. On what basis?
Top
I
10.
don't know. The top 10.
They had-
716.
Well,
They
you
were-
said top
they
10
were ranked-
program.
They were ranked in the top 10. Oh,
They've been in the
They
last
were-
2 years. They've been in the top 10. 716.
They were ranked. Now,
Open a paper, dog.
now, after 5, it's a steep drop off, but they are. Denny didn't say anything about that. Denny said top 10 program 1,
Like back end of the top 10.
but it's
Oh my
still
gosh,
top.
You two.
It's still top 10. No, I'm saying it's top. You what you said wasn't wrong.
Y'all
And even
can't
if
say like back end of the top 10.
What do you think you're in the front end?
The top 5.
Well, you
After the
said-
top 5 is
hold
a
up,
drop off.
before we said that, didn't he say there was 5 teams that he wouldn't want to see?
I'm just saying,
So
y'all,
there is a
y'all
steep drop off after
refuse to
that.
say anything that can remotely be
Florida's nice.
complimentary.
I said
I
that
think
y'all
Florida
could
was
probably
good.
beat Wisconsin.
Florida's nice. Nothing wrong
You
with
might
that.
take
Calm
Wisconsin. It
down.
might go to overtime, but I think you'll beat Wisconsin.
Let me grab the phone lines and then let's get our ideal schedules. Let me grab Crash. Crash, what's up, man?
Hey, I'd like to see the Gators play an all SEC schedule and maybe Florida State and Miami. See, I'm old enough to remember back in the day when the SEC was smaller and they would play the entire SEC schedule, Florida State, Miami, and maybe one team from the ACC.
I love
miss
that.
those days.
No, I love that. I like a 10-game SEC schedule, Florida State, Miami.
Quick
Cool.
question,
I'd
Crash.
rather play Miami than Utah any day right now.
Of course.
Love it.
Quick
Do it.
question before we leave Crash. Are you related to Crash Bandicoot? Oh,
Yeah,
he hung up.
no.
Damn it.
That was the first thing I thought. See, I can vibe with that, right? So you got Georgia, and then you got a question mark with Tennessee because they could be really good. They could be.
You're talking about their schedule this
Yeah,
year?
they could be good. They could just be.
Oh, you got
average.
question
Who
mark
knows?
with Kentucky because
I'll give you that. I'll give you 2. So
LSU.
3. I'm talking about in your division
Okay.
right now. So that's 3, and then you got what? So Vanderbilt. That's a W. Missouri is a W. South Carolina. Who cares? So again, so that's
I think we would put a W besides Tennessee if you're a top 10 program in the nation and Kentucky.
We are putting a W. I'm just saying it'd be a good
this is
game.
2017. I'm looking at the wrong.
Wow, it's 3
All
years ago.
No, I didn't realize Tennessee.
This is 2008.
I didn't realize Tennessee went defeated in conference. Who I don't want you to play if this happens, I don't want to see Florida Arkansas.
Trash game.
Maybe Ole Miss because
I think
there's
that's
a little,
one you could see.
but that's crap.
That's
That's not fair. That's Eastern Washington.
I mean,
that's Colgate. Whoever it is, they're not
okay.
as good.
If I'm going to design the perfect schedule,
I want Texas A&M.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I want Texas A&M. No, I'd love to play Texas A&M.
You play LSU already, and you got to give me one.
Real quick,
Auburn
James,
or Bama.
if they play Texas A&M, who would you be cheering for?
Oh, Florida.
Jimbo. Oh, okay.
No.
Bunch of cheaters over there at Texas A&M.
No, beat Jimbo unmercifully. I don't want. I want.
I'm not going to take Texas A&M and Auburn or Alabama. By the way,
you can't.
If I'm going Texas A&M, give me Ole Miss.
You can't have Ole Miss and Mississippi State.
Oh, I can.
That's not fair,
I
man.
will.
That's not right.
Go ahead and give me y'all's ACC schedule while you tell me what I can and can't do.
I'm gonna tell you,
don't have to
top
play
25 teams.
I was
Syracuse
just saying,
and BC.
who are you want? Like, here's what.
James
what,
is mapping out a 4-loss
we
Florida
already
team. Is what he's
we
doing.
already played Pitt this year.
Yeah,
they're going to be better this year.
The top 40 team.
I'm terrified of what that old curmudgeon can do in North Carolina. So I really don't want to play North Carolina. I don't want no parts of them. Give me Virginia Tech. I'm good with that.
You just named out 3 teams. None of them in top 25.
North Carolina's not ranked.
Well, maybe
top 25?
they will be. They may be. Yeah, they may be.
Miami, North Carolina, Pitt. Those are all. They ain't like. I'll tell you what.
You're trying to give me Texas A&M, Auburn, and Alabama.
Listen, they're in the schedule. I'm trying to pick the best teams that are over here.
Listen, it's the
the
conference.
coastal ain't any good. I'm not.
But
here
if y'all were a Florida fan, you'd be with me on this. Yes, I'll take Texas A&M, but then give me Arkansas too, or give me Ole Miss.
Okay, you can have Texas A&M, Arkansas, but then you got to pick one. If I'm a fan, I want that.
Texas A&M.
Would you
are they
rather
good?
Auburn or Alabama at home, or would you rather
home doesn't
Ole
mean
Miss?
anything right now?
That's true. I forgot all about that. No, they're going to do. What if they did 100% capacity?
Okay, then they're not. So what do you? What
Like,
are we doing?
I want the bigger game. If I were a fan, I don't have this luxury,
bro.
We don't have this luxury at Florida State.
And by the way, 716, you can stop. Okay,
Right,
he's now like sending me sporting news preseason top 25 where Wisconsin's 8th, Florida 13.
Oh!
Bro, they finished in the top 10 for back-to-back years. You asked me,
but
hold on, you asked me what basis. I gave you a basis, and now you're trying to figure out what looking forward. Dude,
But
just stop.
The experts say for this year, Wisconsin's a better team.
Yeah, whatever.
Athlon, bro.
Northwestern, every year we have to hear about Northwestern and
They
USC
have a
about
good
how
coach.
great they are.
Did Northwestern have a $6 million coach?
When was the last time Wisconsin won a natty?
I don't remember the
When's
last
the last
time
time
they
they
won
played
the
for a
Big Ten.
natty?
I don't think they ever
When
have.
did they win the Big Ten?
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know when. I'm trying to remember the last Northwestern player that was just
Northwestern
Rondé.
or Wisconsin?
no. I know Wisconsin. Wisconsin just running back that just went.
Yeah, John was it? No, who was?
That's the
Jonathan Taylor.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only problem with Wisconsin running backs. They're all the same. they have this,
Ron Dane was different.
Oh, well,
He's a little pudgy.
Ron Dane was huge. Ron Dane was hit that 2,000-yard mark, got that Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Was that because Dub with Dillard's? Was that the year?
That was 2000, I believe. Ron Dane won in 2000.
By the way, just for those at home that's listening, Wisconsin in 18 was preseason number 4. Finished not ranked.
Well, that was 18. That was when they beat
Last
up on
year
Miami with
they
the
were
guy with
preseason
one
19.
finger.
Then they finished 11.
They
See,
beat
that's
us
good.
2 years in a row, actually.
They finished in the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 times since 2000.
Ooh.
They finished in the top 10 1, 2, 3 times in the 20 years before that, 80s and 90s. They've never finished higher than.
See, this is their problem. They always have to play Ohio State in the championship.
Oh, wait. They finished number 2 in the country. I take that back.
Whoa.
They finished number 2 in
In
the
the 80s?
country in
60s.
1962.
Oh, I'm not saying that was long. Okay.
And they've been running the
They've
same
been running the
offense.
same offense since 1962. That's the problem. I'm not saying or sitting here suggesting that Wisconsin is a playoff caliber football team.
We're just saying they might be off.
I'm saying.
Oh, now he sent it to me. Now he's saying past 10 years, bro.
What I'm saying is this: based upon the few losses that Florida had last year, and looking at style of play, that's the only reason I brought up Wisconsin.
No, I got you.
And
I'm off of that.
In
I'm
the
more
first
on,
game,
I'm more on 7-1-6.
in a first game scenario, that's not who I.
You
would
brought
wanna
up
see.
Wisconsin after I brought up Michigan.
Yeah,
because
like,
you
because
no, I got you.
That offense is probably running in sync even in week 1.
Like you don't have.
Well, it's running in sync at intramurals.
Yes,
You don't have to have 7-on-7 with Wisconsin's offense. You can just go out there and say, "Hey guys, let's do it. We're going to do what we did last year. The same thing. We're seven. We're how are they getting
Well,
quarterbacks?
didn't y'all get the
their quarterbacks
Wisconsin
all suck.
transfer?
We got the awful one.
The one that actually played at Wisconsin, though?
No,
The lefty.
yeah,
Hornibrook?
Hornibrook.
yeah, but when you go back and you look at the ass whooping they gave Miami, he was on the team. He was there. He was the guy who took the snaps, but it was a little bit more.
I mean, point being,
that he
play
had
action.
He did a great job of down said Hut, turn this shoulder sharp, and give the ball to the running back deep so that they can get the ball and they can make a move. If you look at the way they do their wedge blocking and it is like.
Well, they wait.
I could be a run. I can rush for. It's almost
You
what
think you could get at least 800 yards?
easy 800 yards. I'm giving you a solid 80 yards a game with that offensive
You got to
line.
remember, he's jogging 100 miles this month.
Jogging.
800 yards.
That's what I'm saying. So like, you give me just a.
Like
give
there's
forward momentum.
Northwestern, that's 300 yards right
It's
there.
gonna every
Easy.
play is gonna look like a draw.
No yards after contact.
Going down immediately.
He's going to get his 4 and take a knee.
That's basically like I'm not. The problem ain't the running.
Actually, let's do a stretch play so I can get out of bounds.
The problem ain't the running.
That's a long run, bro.
The problem is the hitting. Like I ain't been hit, so I don't know how that's gonna feel. But nah.
So
but,
what's y'all schedule? If y'all are putting Texas A&M and Alabama on me,
I would add Syracuse, BC, and North Carolina State. I mean, that's
hell no.
I don't want.
You got to put Clemson on
No.
there. Once you took
y'all are
off
calling
Michigan
us
State,
scared?
We're gonna. I am scared.
I ain't gonna- but that's a good.
I'm not.
They have to.
We're not a top 10 team.
Miami has to admit that.
I'm
literally
scared
have-
of everyone.
It's
I'm scared of FIU.
120 to 3 in the last few meetings that they met.
Sorry,
And the
I
3
forgot.
points was I would never
It was
look
like
at Mark
30 to
Richt
nothing.
the same. I was so embarrassed
30
for
to
him.
nothing or something in the
ACC
ACC
championship
championship game with like 0 time left, and we kicked a field goal.
Be like Duke. Take that whooping, man. Get that goose egg.
Duke beat us too.
oh, Miami's going to lose Wagner
And Temple.
Yeah,
and UAB.
UAB's
Michigan
coming
State.
up, man. All right.
dodging some bullets.
So we got Pitt already, and we got Miami.
So y'all would have to add like
You got to
Virginia.
Y'all already
Tech.
got Clemson,
I'll take VTech,
right?
and if we got to take another one, give me the smart kids.
Duke.
Give me Duke. Duke's supposed to be good this year.
Are they?
Relatively good. Not like SEC good. Like
No, I'm
This
just
is the
laughing because
year-
you're throwing Texas A&M on me talking about Duke's going to be good
all right,
now.
here's who I got to pick from.
I know.
I said, I
I'm
gotta
not
pick
making
between
fun of it. It's
Georgia
just
Tech
funny.
won 2 games last year. I got to pick. I don't want to see. I don't want to do that to Jeff.
I want to see y'all play Jeff. I would love that.
Oh, I'd love to see Georgia Tech, Florida State.
Actually, you know what?
That'd be fun.
Scratch
No,
that.
I like that.
Scratch that. At Tech, because this gets me back to Atlanta.
And-
Like
and-
I don't
well,
want to.
By the way, fellas,
And I'm not-
sockless wingtips from Coach.
I'm not
Collins
trolling,
last
but wasn't it a
year.
couple years ago
Yes,
that
sir.
was their only ACC win, Georgia Tech?
It was us.
No, it
Got
was
field goal. But that
Florida
was
State.
20.
Oh, I thought you were talking about last year.
Oh, yeah.
That was 2015.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy how long. I was talking about D-Walk with that.
That was the same.
I cussed him out so bad, like he lost the game.
The
I was also
same
drunk.
day that Miami lost to Clemson in the worst beatdown I've ever seen live.
That morning, yeah, I remember watching.
And
that in the
we
hotel room.
drove back from Miami because I was with my parents. We drove back from Miami. They're Clemson graduates. And we got to hear on the radio, Al Golden no longer coaching the University of Miami. It was great.
So who would you
And we
want to
made
open
it back
with?
in
Who would-
time to watch the Georgia Tech game.
Who would you want to open with? Because you're not going to open with NC State in week 4. Like, what would you? What are you doing? Because y'all's first 3 games.
Atlanta's already prepared.
So go Georgia Tech
go
first.
Georgia Tech
Your
first.
party, yeah.
Not just us, but
Well,
not
they've
just
already
us,
got
but
a
I'm saying
game,
they got.
ACC game 1.
That's what they're playing.
Clemson.
Oh yeah. You know what? Kick it off at home. Play Boston College. But they probably wouldn't rearrange this game that's already set, huh? it would have to be.
That's going to be. I think they're going to have to, though.
Yeah, I think the whole schedule's up for grabs.
Yeah, I do too. I'm with JJ on this. I think they look at it as a blank slate
and then redo.
Yeah,
replace everything.
Redo everything. I mean, is there a possibility we could see? Follow me here, just for the novelty of it, just to get it kicked off. Could we see Florida State Miami week 1?
Please, no. I hated that when they did that. They did that for like 5 years.
I know, but I mean,
suck.
Because you're losing all your big games.
If they
week
went
1?
back and they said we got to go back and we got to get these ratings back up, they do that.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, no matter how bad, that game always gets ratings.
Oh yeah, because they're losing Oregon versus Ohio State. I'm sure there's a few other ones.
That's what I think's going to happen.
That are like
But the
in
problem
Florida,
with
by the
that
way.
is if they move that game, then you lose, and you lose the Florida game. You lose. Actually, if anything, I think they will move that game back.
Maybe so.
Make it the new Florida
Yeah,
State.
make it Florida
Well,
State.
and maybe I was wrong to say specifically those two teams, but they're going to find there's going to be people with huge game 1s.
Pitt, Florida State would be good because last time Florida State was good, that's when they started. That 2013 when Jameis only threw 2 incompletions was that, and really those were caught. Or North Carolina would probably be a good game to kick it off with.
Yeah, North Carolina, Florida State would be fun as hell.
You got emerging team that used to be really, really good with their coach back. It's a lot of hype and a lot of things they can do with the quarterback that everybody really likes. That was committed to Florida State. Yeah. So kind of like the NC State game had that whole that stuff with the quarterback with Hockman who left, which would and that would be good because you would see because those boys hit Bailey a little bit harder than they hit the other guy. Like J-Rob hit a guy, he got ejected, but it was one of them sweet old school.
So you guys are going to be going for Howell's knees.
Nah.
Hey, 716, text
to
me
take
who
his
you're
neck-
a fan
trying
of.
to
I'm
take his
curious
neck
because
off.
716 is still going at this. He's like sending
Good, I like
links
this guy.
of Sporting News top 25 programs for the past 10 years.
Wisconsin's in.
He's bringing up like 6 of the past 10 years, single-digit wins. Go ahead and tell me who you're a fan of, so I can know how hard you're trying to troll and fight just because of one statement that's been made on a program that's an hour and 5 minutes in. You need to go to ABC and find something else to do, 716.
Maybe he just hates Florida. And
I think that's
I
it.
can
and that's
respect
okay.
that.
I can respect a lot of
That's
people.
fine,
hate
but the bottom line is they're a top 10 team.
Yeah, I
They've
agree.
finished in the top 10 the last 2 years. They're going into the season somewhere right around there.
You're not wrong.
What do you mean I'm not? I'm right. It's not that I'm not wrong. I'm right.
Right now, they're not. They're ranked 13, and
No,
Wisconsin's
he said
ranked 8.
no. That was a different list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a preseason.
No,
poll.
that was over the last.
Do we
10
even
years.
have preseason polls?
And by the way, whoever put Florida at 13 over the last 10 years,
Yeah, they got Street Smith like Jaquez Green. Did he ever call Hack back?
I'm not sure. We're still efforting.
They he retweeted something that the guy he used to coach with.
Florida's number 6
In
in
the
one
preseason poll?
preseason poll.
Okay.
I'm looking them up. Let's see,
I know
preseason
Wisconsin
for
ain't that.
2020. Let's see. Here's another Just want to be fair.
Florida's
is
9-1. I'm looking.
Yeah,
at
that's
right
the one
now.
I'm looking at now too. They're in 6 and 9, so they're in the top 10. 716.
You're right.
Chill. All right, we got to do 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah, every night.
8 o'clock coming up next.
Sometimes you make bad decisions,
Thompson, what's the charge? Disturbing the peace.
and sometimes you make good
It
decisions.
says here we should work in teams. Who wants to be my spotter?
1010XL, when you want to make a good decision.
I was gonna go. It was time to eat. I said, baby, where my Danny? Cause it can't be beat. She got something else when it was time to choose. And after just one bite, I got that soggy sandwich blue. Should've known better, only Danny will do. Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah.
Dailies is named Dailies for a reason, because they're there every day, ready to serve you. And in the cold case, there's a cold Bud Light waiting for you, too. From 12 to 18 packs or a couple of 16-ounce cans on the go, it's always cold at Dailies.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less.
Bueller, air conditioning repairs. Seriously, guys. Hey, Hicken here. Not only are my friends at Bueller Air Conditioning the coolest guys in the business, they truly are the best at air conditioning repairs. Take it from me. I use them in my home, and from start to finish, they are absolutely terrific. So when the heat gets too much for your home, call Bueller Air and stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air, stay cooler with Bueller.
Peninsular Pest Control will tell you that fleas can enter your home on your pets or even your own shoes. Treating them correctly and breaking their life cycle is the only way to control fleas both inside and outside in the yard. Call Peninsular today at 389-3491 for a free consultation or go online to crittergetter.com. Ask about the $30 discount on new services. Remember, Peninsular is your critter getter.
Searching for a fence? Challenge yourself to find a fence company with more positive online reviews than Superior Fence and Rail. With over 750 total online reviews and a 4.8 out of 5 review average, Superior Fence and Rail is superior. So take the online challenge or let their professional team show you what superior service looks like. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Home of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to ask your agent about your homeowner's coverage. It's time to make the change to Southern Oak Insurance.
Our family protecting yours, Southern Oak Insurance.
Hotline Jacko here for Hardball Creative. If you're positively negative, congratulations. Now order some company shirts and hats.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Business owners and CEOs, apply now for the Jacksonville Small Business Executive Program, designed to help business owners and CEOs think differently and become more efficient running your business. This program is presented by the Jim Moran Institute for Global Entrepreneurship in Florida State University's College of Business, offered at no cost. You'll meet once a month beginning in August. Apply before July 10th at jimmoraninstitute.fsu.edu. jimmoraninstitute.fsu.edu.
McKeever Clinic is home to the first advanced prostate cancer center in Jacksonville. This is Dr. West, urologist at McKeever Clinic. Our clinic is staffed with 2 urologists that specialize in advanced prostate cancer care and management. You'll also have a dedicated nurse navigator that will coordinate timing, medications, insurance, and patient assistance. We're conveniently located off AC Skinner Parkway on the south side. Contact our specialist at McKeever at 355-6583 to discuss your treatment options.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the sports den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hang out.
8 o'clock brought to you every night by Loose Air Quality, LUCEairquality.com. That's where you need to go to hear about everything they do. It's environmental testing for your home or your business. Don't want mold in your house. You don't want to live in mold. You don't want to let that just sit there. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not just going to go away. You can't just avoid it. If you've got water damage or fire damage or anything like that, Loose Air Quality is where you need to get. They'll come out. They will do a full environmental investigation on your home, give you all the reports. They're locally owned and operated right here in Jacksonville. Get to Loose Air Quality, LUCEairquality.com, or give them a call at 904-803-1014. And don't think about buying a house without getting them in there to check the air quality. You need to do that. You don't want to get in somewhere and realize there's mold issues. That's 904-803-1014. I do not have a hate o'clock. Does anybody?
Well, James has been teasing the food situation in Orlando.
For like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
For 3 weeks.
2 nights.
But nah, like
3 weeks, 2 nights, but
same difference.
Yeah.
That's one of the craziest things that I've seen. We were just talking about on planes, right? How you don't need to charter the plane, you don't need to have a steward because you don't need to eat like that. Well, at least when you get there, you should be able to like have some sustenance.
Yes.
Like they're feeding these guys worse than AAU basketball teams have to travel and feed.
Well, they
Like,
at least get pizza. AAU,
AAU,
basketball team.
yeah, or like let me
Subs.
rephrase, like the fast food they
These
eat
guys are the NBA.
looks
is what
edible.
James talking about.
And the NBA's is way better than the other one. So let's start with the first thing I saw was the WNBA. Some girls from the WNBA, or ladies, whatever, they posted a picture from their bubble, which is at IMG, the Sports Academy in Bradenton. They show pictures of a washing machine, rat traps, dirt, lint, stuff. It doesn't look like it's been cleaned ever. And they're like, these are the accommodations that we have.
There's rat traps in their hotel room.
It was
So they're at IMG and not even staying in the hotel. They're staying in like the dorms.
They're staying in the dorms.
Oh dear.
They're like
Yeah, I've been in both.
super.
The hotel's
like,
dope.
Super 8.
There's a
That's-
hotel at IMG.
It's a 4-star hotel.
It look
Whoa.
not even Super 8. Motel, no, because Motel 6 will at least leave the light on for you. They're staying straight trap accommodations, man.
They're staying at the Shangri-La Inn off 441 in Ocala.
That sounds
Known
like
for
a
drugs.
spot where
Is that
you
next to
only-
the truck stop?
Yeah,
Known
that
for
sounds
drugs
like a
and
spot where you spend 40 minutes. You pay by the minutes
Yeah.
to stay there. So that was one thing. But then they showed like the food. And the food looked like something out of your worst
It was prison.
microwave food nightmare. Like no, because at least prison has the place where you could go buy you some honey buns.
The canteen.
Yeah, they can't like they don't even have that.
This was like Hungry Man, like you said, that you can buy at Publix or whatever. The Hungry Man put it in microwave meals were like 1,000 times better than this. I saw one guy. It was basically like one thing of unseasoned chicken breast. There was like a salad, but it was just greens. And then there was like one bag of chips and pasta with no sauce. That's it.
It's tough.
It was rough, man. Like,
Unseasoned.
That's tough.
see my problem.
Pasta with no sauce.
So when people want
So
to
just
argue,
pasta.
when people argue like, well, they shouldn't be paid more because the NBA. I get it.
Like who shouldn't be paid?
Like the WNBA, like
Oh,
they're like
you're
we should be
on
paid
them,
on
my
par
bad.
with the play. The players get a
No one
profit
says
share.
that.
A profit share. Now there's like some people who like want to get some cookies and like bonus points, like to say that they're for the woman call. And
I hope they realize the only reason the WNBA exists is because the NBA pays for all of
right.
it.
They've got some stuff where they fought harder. They get paid more overseas. I wouldn't deal
Do
with
they?
this. I'm going overseas. Like this is crazy.
And the food's better in Europe.
Like this is the money part I get. This is ridiculous. Like you could pay to have them more. So then I thought, man, they're just picking on the women, which the women's accommodations are worse. Then I look at MLS, Major League Soccer, bad. Like,
Yep.
and then they showed their breakdown of the meals that they can order. Like you're talking $40
Where are they
breakfast.
Orlando. Disney. Same
Yes,
same
you're talking
exact thing. as
$40
NBA.
breakfast, right? You thinking like, whoo, if I pay $40 for some breakfast, boy, unlimited omelets.
Imagine $40 at Waffle House.
Oh man.
You can buy one.
You like
They'd be like, we'll actually close this down.
So
Just you in here.
Put a rose on your face.
this man had it said like banana,
Okay.
like granola with yogurt,
Sounds good.
a juice. It is something else.
2X.
Like,
It's
that was it.
amazing, but it's like $4.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like $40, just think about what you can do. But not that way. But like
In the
I-
DR, you can get a family.
wasn't even talking about that. But like
In
McDonald's,
the
you
DR,
can-
you'd own a banana farm.
yeah. McDonald's, you can legit go right now and get a sausage biscuit and a hash brown for like $1.50.
Yes.
So that you could get you
You'd feel
four of
pretty
those
full.
things and get full. Like you can't even get full. $60.
60.
They're
Hold on,
showing
are you
like
telling me you can eat 4 sausage biscuits and 4
no,
hash browns?
no. Not without my stomach being.
I was about to say,
No,
okay,
yeah.
all right.
But
I'd
now,
have to be so
you get me
stoned.
some Chick-fil-A. Forget that. For half of that, I could go to Chick-fil-A, get me a
Chicken minis.
get me some chicken mini, get a
Oh.
get a 20-piece chicken mini, eat 5, throw the rest of the way because we balling. Get some lemonade. Like it's just so many things. Like it's so much more efficient to what they could have done. And then we get to the NBA, and they show which look better again. So it's various stages. It's getting better, but it still just doesn't look like what you would think a professional athlete. The first thing that former NBA players were tweeting, I bet you LeBron Mill don't look like that.
And they're 100% right.
LeBron, there's like, I
He's
bet
got
you
a
LeBron
chef.
Chef is
But
there.
I wonder though, like along those lines, what's the protocol for who's handling the food, who's touching? How's the food getting to them?
That's why it all
They
looked
probably had
like
to
it
do
was
craft
in
services,
prepackaged,
separate
right?
packaging.
Yeah.
Have you been
everything.
on a movie set before?
No.
Okay.
You gonna big time me here?
No, I wasn't trying to, but
Have
James,
you?
like
Trying to
back
figure
when I was in training day.
I'm trying to figure
What
out how to
movie
say
set
this.
were you on?
It's a long story.
No,
we'll get to
we
that.
got time, bro.
We'll get to that. Anyways, it wasn't a big movie.
Is this
It was
adult
just something-
educational movie set or?
No, it
Totally
wasn't.
different.
The point is that they have crafts. Most of them use crafts. They use some kind of food services place that does mass produce it. But Disney has this. Disney has everything.
But what
you
I'm saying
want.
to you though, I bet you they have to come in like packaged, wrapped, like airtight.
Yeah, they had
It's a
they
meal
showed
delivery
like
service.
They're
a
open. Yes,
roll.
dude.
They had a
we've had
roll
meal
in its own bag.
Jay William would never do this.
But here's the thing about Jay. Let's be honest now.
Who is this?
If you just Jay William Culinary,
Okay.
if you just look at the package, it doesn't look the same as when it's heated up.
Right, but it at least does. It looks like something when you put it on a plate.
Well, yeah, when you put it on a plate, but the things I saw were still in the package.
Yeah, they're
It's
like
But
bags.
that doesn't look. That doesn't even. It was open though.
think about the thing I saw, the NBA
one with the beef one, like with the beef thing, that the plastic top was open.
Yeah, with the unseasoned chicken. I don't know if you saw that one, Danny.
Yeah.
That was the pasta with no sauce. They're like,
There's
here's
no way
ketchup
to-
packet.
Sauce is
no-
carrying the COVID, guys.
There's no
okay?
way to excuse this. Like, there's no
All right,
way.
you're right.
You can get fresh food in Orlando. Like, I
It's
get
not
what
a
you're
third
saying.
world country.
I
Hold
get
on.
what you're
I
saying.
can excuse it. Let me go because I know that somebody's thinking this. Man, they're millionaires. They can eat this. It's free. Shut up and eat it. Those people are so thinking
Probably,
that.
but you could give me
It's
give
because
me
they're millionaires
MREs.
is why they shouldn't be eating that. Though.
Oh, I
Like,
agree.
They're
I'm just,
high.
yeah.
Like, this is to me. If I'm an owner and I saw these pictures, I'm so embarrassed
Yeah.
because I'm already risking these guys. Look, whether you believe it or not, you already get the feel that you might be risking
You
these
want
guys'
them
lives.
to feel as comfortable as possible.
Didn't we read something saying they were spending $200 million on this?
That's another point.
250.
What that's making me want to do is I'm taking that ring that they
It's getting
gave him
charged.
better shock you if
Yeah.
you leave the premises.
It's going on the charger.
because I'm getting out of here, man. I'm going to Charlie's
breaking
Steakhouse, which isn't that far. I'm going to a whole bunch of other places to eat. in
Even
Orlando.
on Disney property, you can go to.
That's
like,
my
this place.
point. Like, just they would have been better off.
Can they though? They can't leave.
They said that they can like
I
mix.
don't know.
Oh, I thought they said they.
I don't
forgot
know.
what they said.
I don't
like
know.
I want to know the food situation in the hospitality room though.
I hope it's not.
And I
bad.
want to know
Probably nachos and Little Caesars pizza. Like, this can't be that great.
if they're staying in that hotel, they probably all get sent one of those generic plates that we saw. But I bet they could pick up the damn phone in their room and say, "I want this.
Room
I
service.
want this. Bring it."
That's what I would have done.
And they probably can.
If I would have seen that, I'd have been like, you know what?
I don't think they can do that at IMG though. To be fair to the women.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
If I'm the ladies, I'm gone. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
a lot
not-
of them were. I don't think
Is
a
that-
lot of them are actually playing.
Oh, okay, I'm gone. I got to bring somebody else who really wants this. But if
I
I'm
like
an NBA player, nah, man, I'm like I
My
just
chef
think
will be there.
that's so messed up because like, what if they wanted to if they wanted to have some company come over? Ain't nobody coming to that.
Man.
Ain't nobody going to no IMG
Maybe that was
door.
the point. They're like, "Hey, we want to keep this
But the guys,
as secluded as possible."
the guys got all this. This is
Hey.
terrible.
I do like this schedule that somebody sent for FSU. There's one problem: it's 12 games on it. You're not gonna play 12 conference games, but Duke, Boston College, NC State, Clemson, Pitt, and Virginia Tech at home. Louisville, Syracuse, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, Notre Dame, Miami. I forgot we could work Notre Dame in y'all's schedule.
So not playing Notre Dame when I got to play them next year, or I got to play them soon on the schedule. I'm not doing that.
What?
We got to play them again. Like
What?
This
What?
is, this,
No.
the way this thing
Heck
falls,
no.
man. The way this
No,
thing
you're
falls.
not taking Duke and not Notre Dame. You wouldn't let me take Texas A&M
We
and
took North
Arkansas.
Carolina. You said North Carolina, right?
They're rebuilding, Denny. Jeez, give them a
Like,
break.
man, we can't. We're not. No, I don't want no parts of that.
Okay, so if every team and every conference does their own thing, or every conference does their own thing with 10-game seasons, do you think that if by December, January, whenever, COVID, let's just say we got everything taken care of, it's way not a big deal anymore by then, do you think that they still have a college football playoff?
Yes, I think they have a college football playoff anyway.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
I just
Who
assumed
do they-
because
who-
of this
how do
they
they
would
do it?
cancel it.
They have to expand it.
Maybe.
There's no way to. There's no way to.
Because
They're
they're
going
not
to find a way
playing
to have
each
a college
other.
football playoff, bro.
To be honest with you, I think
If they don't have a college football playoff, the world's ending.
I think
Damn.
this year should be asterisk or like
Just conference champs.
just conference champs, or you have
And a tournament?
or you have a true conference championship tournament, which would help with TV
sick.
money, which would piss off the people who really like it only being 4 teams.
Me.
Matter of fact, I might hit my sports Illuminati guy up to see about that. I
You
never
should do
thought
that.
about that.
This would be
But-
the year to do it.
Yeah, but you have no choice but to do it.
There
That
won't be
way.
bowl games.
It won't be.
I don't think.
I wouldn't miss that.
Really?
There's too many of them.
I'm so over
Man, what do they
bowls.
hurt y'all?
But I like.
Since
I
they
like
created
watching
the playoffs,
I don't like.
You're not hurting anybody.
I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna.
No.
I don't like the Walk-On's Independence Bowl. I think that bowl is useless, even though we've been twice.
Russell Athletic Bowl, we're the champs. I
Get
think
that
we
outta
won the
here.
last one. What
The
about
bowl
the
games in
Mowers
Orlando.
Bowl?
Wait, what do you
I
mean
need
all the
more
champs?
bowl-
Y'all got blanked last year.
No, I'm
They got
saying
blanked in the
the
Walk-On's
last
Bowl.
time we played. I think the
Oh,
last
I
ever
gotcha.
Russell Athletic Bowl, we might have won that one.
I got you.
I think we should like have
Louisiana
more,
Tech put that beat down on you, didn't
more
they?
Yep, we
Orlando,
didn't even
more
score.
more Florida bowl games, just because I want stuff to do.
Well, everything else is in Orlando. Why not?
Yeah.
Build a wall around Orlando, make it
That
sports
would
oven.
be fun. I won't lie. Only if
Build
it's not
that wall.
WNBA style. Like, but if they did have a bubble and they treated you the way
With some
that you get
respect.
treated, yeah,
Y'all are basically building the Olympic Village, right?
that's what the bubble has to be.
Right. That's basically what we're all wanting here is the Olympic Village. Throw everybody in a dorm and mayhem. It's like some of the Olympic Village stories are
Oh.
amazing.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of
They're getting freaky.
a lot of COVID style viruses that spread
Yes.
very quickly. They said Brazil set the record for prophylactics used.
I can believe that,
Um,
especially there in Rio.
I was mad. That's my
Should have made a trip.
my goddaughter's father, Gordon, really aggravated me. Like really made me mad. Because
We
he
watched
should
that
have been
with him.
Yeah,
We watched
Yeah,
something with him.
but see, he was he was supposed to represent Guyana
Oh, that's right.
in
Yeah.
the London Olympics. And the cool thing about it, once you go, you get 4 years where they pay you a tax-free salary for representing the country, and you automatically, because as long as he makes his time, you represent the country in the next Olympics. So he would have represented in 2016, which would have been Brazil, I believe, or whatever it was 2008, whatever it was. And I'm like, cool. I'm rolling with you to Brazil. I'm gonna be your trader. And then he really messed his quad up.
How dare him.
Jerk.
At the Florida Relays. He ran too fast.
Go look up
for the signs.
go look up at all the stadiums that they built in Brazil right now.
They're probably all torn down.
It's terrible.
They
It is
weren't.
awful.
They were starting to
They
tear
might
them
have
down
used-
before they started.
I don't even think they like tore them down. I think they're just like
Rotting.
Run down.
yeah.
Like
It's
they,
like that in every country. That
Brazil
they do it.
with
China,
the World
same
Cup,
thing.
like they.
Then why would you even want the Olympics in? We've got a break.
you got to have the Brit? But yeah,
It does seem like a bad investment, yet
Doesn't it?
countries keep doing it over and over and over again.
We got to take a break. I'm sure we'll talk more college football when we come back.
Wonder what Dan Hicken would be doing if he wasn't on 1010XL?
He's the hottest young rookie in NASCAR history and has won an unprecedented 5 out of his last 6 races.
Mornings on 1010XL.
Coach Jason Christie here with the Jacksonville Icemen. Hockey is a tough sport, and our athletes sometimes get hurt. That's when we send them to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Their fellowship-trained doctors are the best in the business.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Guys love shopping at Diamonds Direct because they can always get a bigger, better diamond for less.
We got a higher quality diamond for less money than we would look at any other stores that we went to.
I even shopped down in Mexico, thinking maybe down in the Caribbean it would be better off, and nothing could beat what I found here.
The value and the deal that you can get by cutting out the middleman.
You're certainly getting quality and price, which you don't find elsewhere.
But beyond the value, what guys really love about Diamonds Direct is they make it easy with transparency, education, guidance, and respect for you and your budget.
What I thought was going to be a stressful situation ended up being completely pleasant, enjoyable process from beginning to end.
For all the dudes out there, buying jewelry is difficult and stressful. Diamonds Direct eliminates all that.
If you're looking for zero hassle, zero high-pressure sales techniques, Diamonds Direct is the place to go.
Discover a truly guy-friendly jewelry shopping experience.
I guarantee you that once you walk in these stores, you're not going to go anywhere else.
Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians has been around for 119 years. Being one of the oldest organizations has its charm, but the reason they've been around for so long is because they're constantly striving for excellence. Their trained technicians can handle any job and have proven their credibility over multiple generations. Local 234 members come from a wide range of backgrounds with one thing in common: getting the job done right. Local 234, make the right connection.
Are you in need of COVID-related supplies to keep your business operating safely? Look no further than Ritz Safety, Florida's trusted source for helping companies of all sizes get back to work. Safety supplies like hand sanitizer, digital thermometers, masks, gloves, signs, and more. In stock now and ready to ship. Visit the local store on Phillips Highway 7 to 5 weekdays or shop online anytime at ritzsafety.com. That's ritzsafety.com. Your safety is our priority.
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
His resume is how he played in the season.
Brought to you by Wingstop.
I down blocked with all my phone, and he did not move.
Weekdays at noon on 1010XL.
What's Jim doing this afternoon?
Playing golf at World Golf Village.
Wow. The Slammer and Squire, King and Bear, those are great courses. Always in top condition. Two of the best in town. How'd he swing that?
Booking his tee time online at playwgv.com. He checks the website daily and gets the best available rates, even as low as $55.
Wow. So playing at World Golf Village isn't out of reach.
Start saving today. Visit playwgv.com to get the best rates at World Golf Village.
Tire Outlet is bringing the tires to you. Mike Dempsey here to tell you that Tire Outlet is now offering mobile service. No hassle, quick same-day installation. They're the largest locally owned tire shop in town, so wherever you are, choose a time and location that's convenient for you. A Tire Outlet professional will bring the new tires out and install them. Call this number to make an appointment, 600-0089. For mobile tire installation, that's 600-0089. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Instant Keys specializes in creating replacement automotive keys and keyless entry remotes, even when all the originals are lost or broken. Instant Keys provides expert service for nearly every foreign and domestic vehicle, including the high-end luxury models like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and Infiniti. With Instant Keys, you'll get dealership-level service at a fraction of the cost without the hassles. For honest professional locksmith service, call the best around. Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Hicken here. Did you know that July is National Carpet Cleaning Month? Yeah, it is. Who'd have guessed it? To celebrate, you can get all the carpets in your home cleaned for 25% off the regular price. Wow! Don't miss this great deal during National Carpet Cleaning Month. 25% off all the carpet cleaning in your home. This offer is only good for the month of July, so call today, 287-5727. That's 287-5727. Call the cleaning freaks at Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res is the right way to clean.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den. It's what, Thursday night now? So it's Petty Friday tomorrow? Or what are you doing next week? Are you just Sports Den next week? Or are you?
Yeah, I'm Sports Den, and then they're gonna. Wait a minute. What's this?
So next week we're in for Rick, right?
Yes, Rick is on vacation.
No, I'm just trying because I know my birthday's coming up.
I
So
know.
and I'm trying. I'm
Shocking.
confused.
What day is your birthday?
It's 26.
Yeah, we'll be back to regular schedule by then.
The
But then
26th is a
27th
Sunday.
Is a Sunday.
Oh.
Then the 27th, I'm doing double duty again.
What you doing? Jaguars today?
Yeah, that's the only show I haven't done on the station.
Wow.
Besides the
Who are you
the
doing it
UFO
with?
show that comes on.
Earth. It's called
Yeah,
Earth.
Earth.
And it's
Oh.
not affiliated with the station.
Me and Fat
But
Tony.
it is a good show.
Me and Fat Tony, who isn't fat.
Okay.
Guess the numbers.
Wait, is
was-
Fat
So,
Tony taking my
yeah, I
place?
was about to say,
Yeah.
that's the new team.
I'm
I
not, I
know.
was, like the numbers were pretty decent if you go look at the SoundCloud, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if they're gonna replace me with Fat Tony, can they just do it now?
My thing is this:
Don't put it off.
why do they want me to do? And all the people here at the station
To talk about the
to
Jags.
do the Jaguars today, like that's the show that the Jags actually listen to, right?
Yeah, they like that.
Oh, okay, I know what this is about. This is it. This is trying to see.
They're trying to get you
They're
fired.
trying to get me
Oh,
fired.
I like
It's a
that.
setup.
They're like, hey, we're actually helping you out. More hours.
They can't
you know?
just fire me during this climate.
They'd have to be like the Jags.
They'd be like, oh, the Jags.
Jags
He
want us to tell
He
you.
went in
kick
there. He
rocks.
said Minshew's too short, and his quads aren't great. And he wears jorts, and he hates them.
To
He
be
wished to
fair,
jump off the top of the stadium. That was just too much, James.
Mike and Tony are actually very fair with the Jaguars,
Really?
from what I've heard. Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
don't listen to that show a lot, but they're not chills for the Jags.
I just
Definitely
remember
not.
when Tony came in, whenever we did the morning show, and he embraced the petty, man. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
he was ready. Like he had been waiting for. If you would have played, not you, but if Beef would have played In the Air tonight, it would have been a perfect segment for that 2-minute drill. It's like he was waiting for this moment his whole life.
One of the most overrated songs ever.
See,
It takes so long to get into it.
It does.
you know
Everybody
what?
loves the
It's
song.
like
for-
10 minutes before you hear the.
Yeah, doo-doo, doo-doo,
Now that you say it, I can respect your opinion on it. I literally heard this song every day for 4 years on loop.
Was that like a go-to at practice?
It's like for whatever reason
It's
it
a
was
football
our
song.
it was our
Yeah.
football song, our walkout, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
all for that one
Yeah.
thing.
God.
I was
the
like, why
build-up.
is this guy so mad at somebody for some swimming event that happened when he was a kid? Like, it's so intense.
Like, this is still 1 minute in.
Yeah, it's,
1:30.
I mean, when you listen like this,
This is 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
here's coming.
This is
You
3
gotta turn
minutes
it up.
in.
I mean, you have to turn it up when it happens.
This part right here gets intense, right?
Yeah, right here.
I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last
We still
time
not at it though.
we ever met. You gotta let it roll now. You can't do that.
We're so close.
We are so close.
Why you give me silence?
Oh my gosh, how much longer?
Hurt doesn't show.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
It grows. No stranger to you and me.
Yep.
That's it.
3 minutes and 45 seconds into the
For
song.
one part. That's good music.
No, it's a good song.
That's
yeah.
good
It is.
music that he held you
Phil Collins is great.
for 3 minutes and 40 seconds to give you the one part that you were waiting for. And just think about back in the day, like when you had to play that on like a cassette
Oh,
and you missed it.
damn.
And remember, the old ones didn't have rewind. So what you had to do is you had to take it, flip it over, play so it can go back a little bit, flip it back over, and then press.
Really, if you think about it, records were so much better than tape.
Yeah. It's just more convenient when they had the portable tape player.
For sure, but I mean, if you're in your house,
Oh yeah,
why would you have a tape player
records
instead of a
sound-
record?
The records sound better. I like the way.
Well, it's
the
just
records
easier to
sound.
navigate.
Yeah, because you can just always. pick
Tyler
the
Effort's
thing.
dad just texted us, and to his credit, he said, "Quick question, maybe I missed it, and I just turned it on. And then he went on to ask about the conference schedules. Man, you're going to have to listen to SoundCloud. We have just
Listen to
spent,
the replay.
yes, specifically about Notre Dame.
Of course.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time.
If you didn't hear, Notre Dame's folding their football program.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Danny, you need to check your text messages because Thomas M 387-867-5309 on Twitter says he's been texting you.
Oh, is that right? I don't know.
Just letting you know, just in case. You know, he hit you up on the comments.
Oh, really?
He really obviously wants to get a hold of you.
Somebody, hold on. Somebody went on our live feed.
Yeah, on the Twitter. I wish Denny checked his phone when I texted him. I don't know if he's watching this because you're on your phone a lot. So if you texted him, Thomas M 867-5309, Denny's ignoring you. I don't know
He hates you.
I don't know how to break this to you. I don't know who you are.
You're not as close as friends as you thought.
If you've been telling people at the grocery store, yeah, I know that. I know that Denny Thompson fella.
He's been saying the complete opposite.
I can't even see what's on the feed, but we'll get to that another time. I don't even remember what we were going to talk about. Did we have a plan for this? Your boy signed his contract today.
Okay.
Laviska.
Chenault.
Yeah.
The Black Russian.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
He's another guy we got to get in here. I want to know
They have
what his life is like.
4 of their 12 draft pack.
What
picks.
Putin's like.
Yeah. No. Was he in the calendar?
Does he have the Putin calendar?
Putin calendar was the
your
greatest
dad
thing
in the KGB?
Dude, that's
Putin
the one
calendar,
thing
is that
I
where
missed.
he's like shirtless on a horse.
Oh, we had it at the old studio.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't make it here. Of all the things they brought over here, that should have been the first thing in the box.
It was the most badass calendar.
Oh yeah,
ever. If I did a calendar,
playing
I want to
hockey.
have. Like, he was doing masculine things.
He's a man.
Oh yeah,
Putin's a man.
Any chance? Like, I'm reading this about Laviska Chenault. Training camp is in less than 3 weeks. There's no way, right?
That we have a training camp in 3 weeks. Or
Yes.
he's ready.
That they're going to report in less than 3 weeks.
Not unless they do the nose job thing where they got us twist or whatever, and everybody gets the COVID test.
A lobotomy?
What did he just explain?
That's what it is. It's, they shove it up your nose.
Do you think that's the testing
you
they have
cough
to
and
do?
twist or something?
I
like that.
heard. Well, actually, the MLB players are getting tested like every other day, and they're not doing that test that we, regular old Joes.
But they're
are
doing the finger prick, right?
No, they're doing you spit into a cup and send your spit off.
Oh, okay.
Pretty simple.
But the MLB, weren't they complaining about
spit?
Everything?
It taking too long?
No, I heard they were. I'm not sure about that, but I also heard them complaining that like the people who work around the team like aren't getting tested as much as they would like them to. So they're worried about them bringing it in. MLB players are going to complain about everything, bro. It's a way of life.
Every players union is going to complain about everything now.
That's true.
I'm just like, I'm not doing it. I don't like getting my blood drawn. It makes me tired.
I really don't.
That's the antibodies one. It's the blood. I
No,
think.
we had
both.
both.
Yeah.
Oh,
both.
really?
Yeah.
But like when they draw my blood out, it just, I don't know what happens. Something happens with it, but like I get tired. But I know I'm gonna do that over them shoving something down my.
I've
throat,
always
going
wanted to
the
go to
nose.
like Switzerland and get one of those. They just
But they put the blood back.
put
into
somebody
you?
else's blood in you or whatever they do.
Wasn't that Lance Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, blood doping. I don't know. Blood transfusions. Like Kobe used to do it all
They
the time.
spin the blood, right? I thought
Yeah,
they took
something
your
like
If
blood.
I
that.
do
They take
that,
your
will I
blood
not be
out
addicted to tobacco anymore?
Ooh, I would gladly try that if they would
Me
get me
too.
to stop smoking cigarettes. But I don't think that's how it works.
It makes me stop smoking cigars, man. I'm not stopping that.
Is
I don't
smoking
really-
cigars, does that lead to like cancer? You don't inhale. How does that work?
It leads to
They
crack.
can't.
Way worse.
It's a gateway drug.
They can't say that it doesn't,
Just kidding.
but it
doesn't.
doesn't.
Okay. It never made sense to me that people are like, oh, smoking cigars is
What about
dangerous. I'm like,
pipes?
how? Oh, that's bad. That's like tobacco
Pipes is
straight
like,
into you.
yeah.
It
But
is.
cigarettes are bad because the filter like is filled with all kinds of disgustingness. It's not so much just the tobacco, it's everything that's between the tobacco and your mouth.
I'm not usually this guy, but I'm going to be in this as we're talking about these coronavirus tests. So are y'all telling me that these dudes are going to spit into a cup and they're going to get their results immediately?
I think it's a couple hours, yeah.
Okay. I'm not this guy, but that's kind of BS.
They're richer than us.
Like that, you're telling me that that's a thing, and there's people waiting 8 days on results?
More than that. There is rapid testing for civilians. Like there's a place down the street.
Yeah, didn't you almost get arrested going to one?
Yeah. We all did. The cops told us to kick rocks.
Yeah.
But now you can make an appointment and things like that. But yeah, people.
Meanwhile,
in
these guys are
professional
doing
leagues,
drive-by spittings and
they're handed a cup and they do it themselves.
jeez.
Life's not fair, Denny.
I don't care for me, but it just seems like if that's a thing, and this is as big of a deal as what we're being led to believe,
Well, there's
that
a
would be
problem with
widely available, correct? Am I wrong on that?
I bet it's a lot more expensive to do those type of tests.
Well, I mean, we're getting ready to shut down billions of dollars worth of. Never mind.
We've already shut it down.
Yeah.
I'm not defending that. I'm not that guy.
I mean, I'll spit in a cup.
I spit every time I walk outside. I'm one of those guys. If I'm outside, I'm spitting.
You're spreading the.
But then there'd be people that'd be like, "Oh, don't spit, don't spit. They're collecting your DNA."
The ground. There's people are just walking behind me.
Bro, like
No, the testing.
Can I say? Can I
Oh,
be
true that.
honest? Like, I'm okay if you don't want to wear your mask. I'm okay with a lot of that stuff. I'm over. Like, part of me just says, just get over it. Do what you got to do.
I like your attitude.
But for the most part, like, I'm not here to judge you. Don't judge me.
Only God can judge.
Yeah, well, I won't say that because you get you get a judge. He's pretty good.
I stood in front of other judges. But,
they're pretty good
they
at
said,
judging
"Oh,
people.
only God, really? All right."
I would have quoted 50, but he says a word in there that I can't. That's pretty bad. But these people who keep trying to shove down I don't trust the government either. Like, I get it, but like, dude, everything ain't it, man. I promise you.
They're not always out to get you.
Yeah, like.
But I will say this, the 23andMe.
Yeah, I believe
So
that.
there's been plenty of stories of people using DNA evidence or using DNA from 23andMe as evidence in crimes that were committed before DNA evidence was even.
Well,
a
if
thing.
you've got a crime that you've committed
From,
that
like,
you got
40
away
years
with,
ago?
why are you sending in?
Because you think you're safe. You're like, after 40 years, you're like, dude.
Good. That's your arrogance. You
Yeah.
deserve it. That's kind of like when I tell people that thugs aren't at these riots and these protests. Like, thugs don't go. People with warrants don't go where police are at. I don't know.
They're way far
like,
away.
They're trying to hide away. So like, let's just.
They're pissed that that's happening in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
They're like, y'all need to scat.
You're bringing heat. You're bringing heat
Yeah.
here. I need you to stop. So I mean, yeah, but yeah, the 23andMe. I'm not doing that because I don't know who sells those things. But like, if I need to know if I'm dying or not,
You can have my
yeah,
spit.
you can have it. I'm good. They've got your blood. People talk about like it was. I know people who've been fingerprinted before, who are like, I'm not doing that thumbprint on the iPhone.
And
because
these same people
it's like-
walk around with their phones, like you said. Like they're so worried
like-
about being tracked.
They're
It's
doing
like,
the face. They're doing the face thing. Don't you know the facial recognition is for them to be able to recognize your face? But I'm like on Facebook, you
Then
got
don't go rob a
7
bank.
Like, but here's the thing: on Facebook, you got 7,000 damn pictures of yourself.
Exactly.
From when you were 5 to
To now.
55,
And you're tagging everywhere you're at every day.
Yep.
You know that
Yep.
COVID thing is going to make them do your friend request, and they're going to know everybody. Dude, have you looked at literally every app we already use? Most of us don't read. It's like we talked about the waiver thing. You don't have to sign the waiver that I give you when I'm training. That is your right. You read it. You should know everything you're signing. But let me tell you this. Our relationship can't progress unless you sign that waiver. So
We can be friends.
we can be cool as hell. I will talk to you, but I am not telling your son or daughter to do a damn thing until you sign that waiver. Actually, check first, waiver second. Or however it
Nah,
works.
it's the other way around.
As long as I need
Because
to
I got to
check.
get the waiver before I get
That's
credit
true.
card
Facts.
info. Yeah.
so when we have this supposed vaccine,
If I'm not
are
sick,
you going to
I'm
be
not
the
getting
first
it.
one? That's what I'm saying.
If I don't
ain't
get the
getting
flu
that.
shot.
I ain't getting that. Dude, I
yeah.
haven't got the flu
I'm
shot.
going to hold
my
off on my
entire life.
opinion on this.
But I'm not going to judge people who go.
No, me
to
neither.
unit.
I'm just saying that ain't for me.
By the way, Tyler Eiferstad texted us again.
What did he say?
He said, so to keep from going back to listening to the whole show, just tell me yes or no. Do you think Clemson and Notre Dame play November 7th? Man, you have to listen to the whole show. You're not going to believe the breakdown that we gave for Clemson Notre Dame.
Yeah.
It was maybe the best segment we've ever had in the history of the sports. And you need to go back and listen to the whole show.
You'd be surprised at what we said about the quarterback breakdown, because everybody's going to believe that we were just going to talk about Trevor Lawrence demolishing them.
There's lots of Ian Book talking.
Oh, a ton.
Definitely not the first time you mentioned.
We
his
had
name
people
on the show.
turning us off. We were talking about Notre Dame so much earlier.
The tight end position?
Yeah, you need to go back. You need to listen to the entire show multiple times to get that information. We'll let you get started on that. We'll be right back.
It's more than running down stats and catching scores.
We have a brotherhood in here that we worked all year with that we don't want to let down.
Go inside the locker room with Jacksonville Sports Radio, 1010XL.
You've been injured in a car accident, and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car. Then it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah and Farah at 396-5555. Jacksonville.
This is your Mad Dad's Update with Chapter President Donald Ford. It is 2020, and we've had any number of murders and shootings. We're well on the way to being the murder capital of Florida per capita population again. How can we stop it? Glad you asked. When the men stop murmuring and complaining, get up off the couch watching sports, drinking and belching, and say enough is enough, I can't take anymore, I'm going to join forces with Mad Dads, and we take our city back from murder and violence. Murder and violence has no color. It has no demographic location. It is all over the city. We've got to galvanize together and take our city back. Hit me on Facebook and tell me what you think. Mad Dads, the force behind the change. For more information about Mad Dads, go to Mad Dads Jacksonville chapter Facebook or MadDadsJacksonville.com.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less.
Bueller, air conditioning repairs. Seriously, guys. Hey, Hicken here. Not only are my friends at Bueller Air Conditioning the coolest guys in the business, they truly are the best at air conditioning repairs. Take it from me. I use them in my home, and from start to finish, they are absolutely terrific. So when the heat gets too much for your home, call Bueller Air and stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Peninsular Pest Control's fertilization and weed suppression program is great if you don't have a lot of spare time. And it will probably cost you less than it would if you did it yourself. Call Peninsular Pest Control today at 389-3491 for a free consultation or go online to crittergetter.com. Be sure to ask about the $30 discount on new services. Remember, Peninsular is your critter getter.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers who can provide first-class customer service. Recognized as a best place to work on the First Coast, they'll train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Get local wealth and finance advice from someone who's navigating the markets every day. Financial and tax planning, stock market trends, small business, and more. Navigating turbulent markets with Chris Rochelle. Saturday morning at 11 on 1010XL.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Why not welcome your employees back to the office with a new logo coffee mug and a face mask? Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
If you're a man over 45, have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, a weak flow, or waking at night to urinate, it's time to consider UroLift. This is Dr. West, urologist with McKeever Clinic. UroLift is a non-invasive outpatient procedure with minimal downtime. If you suffer from an enlarged prostate and want to avoid the sexual side effects of medication and invasive surgery, UroLift may be for you. Contact McKeever Clinic at 355-6583. That's 355-6583.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get the ones and trying to get them hams. 1 million, 2 million.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Wrapping up the Sports Den on a Thursday night, getting ready for Petty Friday. If you guys have suggestions for Petty Friday,
That'd be good. Yeah, hit me up. Like, we need some pettiness.
yeah.
Y'all not as involved with the pettiness as we used to be as a family.
Yeah, hit up James. Don't hit up me because I'm not really on social media like that.
Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got shamed off after your tight ends tweet.
Oh, I forgot about that. That seems like forever ago.
It does.
Like somebody tweeted something out about the Tiger King quarantines feeling like forever ago.
Remember that show?
You know what else feels like forever ago was the NBA All-Star Game.
Whoa, NBA in general.
Like the NBA,
Sports.
remember how fired up we all were about the NBA All-Star Game and how great it was?
Were we?
Yeah, you don't remember that this year?
Oh,
That
because
was the
they changed the
Kobe
rules.
quarter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to win by like 24.
Does that not seem like
Damn, Kobe's. That felt like a long ass time ago, man. Jeez. Is COVID making time go by slow or fast? I felt like
depends on
Oh,
since
yeah.
June or since like mid-May, it's gone by pretty quickly. But before that, the first like 90 days or whatever it was went by so damn slow.
April was the slowest
Whoa,
month.
yes.
It was like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, I miss like.
Are we close to the finish line?
Finish line of what? COVID?
Exactly. Yes.
Man, come on.
After my birthday,
What day's the
I'm
election?
throwing up a Christmas tree. No, actually, after my birthday, I'm gonna get a pumpkin, carve it up. I'm gonna go buy a turkey.
You're gonna
and
keep
then
it in
I'm gonna
order.
I'm just gonna keep it in order and just be like, all right, man, this year's
Dang.
done. Let's reset.
I didn't watch any of the Hallmark Christmas movies.
I didn't either, man. We still got to the 15th, all right?
Oh, really?
I thought it was the end of the 15th.
I may go do that when we get home. When I get home.
Put you in the mood.
Yeah,
The
mood to sleep.
December mood.
Yeah. Make it feel cold
Curl up by the
outside.
fire.
We'll be back tomorrow night. Hit us up with your Petty Friday subjects. We'll get to them. You can just text line or you can at Big Game James _36. That's the best two ways. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.